talking about the Fightins here. The Fightins.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone. It's gone. It is Bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe. Go follow.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with Eric, Brendan, Dalt, and Ballpark Tommy. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
Man, oh man. What a sketchy win. That was just one of those games where I said when they were up, what was it, like 3-0, 3-1, I said that the bullpen was going to come in and completely implode. And I felt like this was one of those games where both teams before the game really just kind of flipped a coin to see whose bullpen was going to let up the most runs at the end first. And I mean, it seemed like it was the Nationals' turn. So just overall sketchy win. But thanks for that, Nationals, because you guys absolutely fucking blew it and let us have the game. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. But what's up, everybody? Eric, also known as Shard, here with the 302 Birds Phillies post-game show. And Gavin, what happened to Statan, bro? You think he's going to be okay?
Honestly, I mean, there's two parts of this in my mind. There's a part of me that wants to say, oh, yeah, dude, like, he'll be fine. But being realistic, I don't think so, dude. I mean, the slide was impressive, but Finnegan literally jumped on his hand. Like, and you could tell by Stott's body language right away that he was hurting. He was shaking his hand. So it just didn't look good. And McCarthy on postgame asked him, and Stott said, "We'll see." So that's not great news when a baseball player says that. But yeah, I guess we'll see tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We got a lot to talk about, though. And there's a few things that I kind of want to touch on and discuss, especially something that Star Wars is saying here. I don't know if we fire him yet. Ooh, I like this new comment thing. There's a new comment thing on here, so I'm going to try it out. Kind of like it. I'm not going to lie. Looks clean. I don't know about firing Rob yet, but the bullpen decisions he made today just were, it's another one of those games where he just doesn't know how to manage a bullpen. He just doesn't. And I'm kind of over it because I just feel like you probably should not have gone with the bullpen the way that you had it tonight. But first thing I want to talk about, Zack motherfucking Wheeler looked absolutely dominant tonight. Let up 2 runs. But, I mean, overall, he looked great. Looking at his stat line, he went 6.2 innings, pitched 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, though. Let up 1 home run. His ERA is a 3.48. So, overall, not a bad outing by him by any means. Was a little bit shaky there towards the end of his 6.2. But I just feel like Rob doesn't really know. This was just an instance of Rob not knowing when to pull pitchers. You could tell towards the end there that Wheeler was he was gassed. Like, he just didn't have it anymore. Typically, Wheeler kind of starts falling off towards that 6th inning. Sometimes he makes it to 7, but it's very, very rare. And I could just tell that he was gassed. He was just not pitching as well as he was. His control was a little bit off. Velocity wasn't there. I mean, he walked a couple guys. Alvarado had to come in to help get out of bases loaded. So I mean, it is what it is. But Wheeler overall, I mean, he looked great. He looked okay. Didn't get the win though, which I'm surprised. The win went to Kerkering for whatever fucking reason.
What?
I don't understand that. I'm looking at the stats here on the box score.
Wheeler didn't get the win.
Kerkering gets the win, 3-1.
Who is rolling that? What the fuck? Are they like doing something? What is happening?
I mean, I'm not lying to you here. Here, I'll share my screen. Hold on, let me see. I mean, I'm not lying to you. Kerkering 3-1 right here.
That is unbelievable. Wow. I don't even know what to say, bro. That's absurd. What the fuck?
I mean, I agree with you. I don't understand why Kerkering gets the win. But Strom comes in after Wheeler. Pitches 0.1 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs, 1 strikeout. ERA is a 3 even. Alvarado comes in after that. Alvarado was a little bit shaky there. And I'll talk about that in a second. But 1 inning pitch, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1.84 ERA. And then Kerkering, I don't understand why he has the win here when literally he just didn't have it.
He blew a save.
3 hits, 4 runs, 1 of them earned, no walks, 2 strikeouts, 1 home run. His ERA goes up to a 5.56. I'm going to say this. I don't know if I would have went the way that Rob went today. I probably would have done Strom, then Kerkering, and then Alvarado to close. I don't know why we keep using Alvarado in that 8th inning when, in my opinion, he's the best bullpen arm we probably have right now. I mean, you look at this is off-centered, but it is what it is. You look at how he got out of that bases loaded jam today. I mean, he walked a few, he let up some hits, but he redeemed himself and got out of it. And I just feel like he's able to handle more of that stress, more of that high pressure inning outing. And we saw that with Kerkering today, where Kerkering came in and he needed to close, and he just can't do that. He can't handle the pressure like Alvarado can. So I really think Rob Thompson is just making a mistake with putting Alvarado in that 8th hole. Again, I think it should have been Strom, then Kerkering, then Alvarado. But I mean, I don't know, man. Like, what do you think, Gavin? Do you agree? Do you disagree?
I 100% agree with you, bro. I think Jose has the edge over Kerkering if you look at experience and just stats with closing in general. I don't hate Kerkering. I think he is a decent reliever, but as a closer for that closer role, no. It was brutal. Just no. Jose absolutely earns that spot. I don't understand Rob's bullpen management with this game. But yeah, I agree with you. We should go Strom, Kerkering, and then Alvarado.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really impressed, though. This is probably, I said this to one of my buddies. This was probably one of those bullpen moments, or honestly, probably one of the best bullpen moments where the bullpen, whoever's pitching, just comes in, they get into a jam, and then they turn around and say, F you, we're not doing this, right? Like, for Alvarado to come in and, again, work himself into a jam but get out of it was huge. Because I don't know about you, Gavin, but as soon as bases were loaded, I kind of just thought to myself, like, this is it. Like, this is the needle in the coffin. This is just needle in the coffin, the nail in the coffin, excuse me. And like, that was going to be the end of the game. But again, the Nationals just didn't know how to hit with runners in scoring positions. So really just pathetic outing, I think, from both teams, really, because the Phillies tonight just really seemed like once they got the lead, they were fine with it.
Yeah.
And we've seen this reoccurring issue with the Phillies where they get a lead, it's, 2-3 runs, and they kind of just shut down.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, this has been a problem for quite some time now. It's, when they're looking good, when they're hitting and, they're drawing walks, they're staying patient at the plate, dude, and the plate discipline looks amazing. They just kind of take that foot off the pedal, and I really can't understand it. I don't get it. I don't know if it's a Kevin Long approach thing, if it's something else. But yeah, dude, I just don't understand why they can't consistently stay at the rate that they were doing. It doesn't make sense.
No, I mean, it definitely doesn't. It just, I would have liked if the offense came in and they scored more runs than waiting until the last minute. I mean, they scored 2 in the first inning, they scored 1 in the third. And then after that, I mean, it was just nothing until the 8th and ninth inning. So I would have just liked if they could have racked up the runs and it not have been a close game. But I'll give you some reasons why it was a close game. Let me do the batting breakdown first, and then we'll get into the whole reason why this game was as close as it was. But pulling up the batting breakdown, I figure I'll do this for you guys instead of me reading it so you can see it on stream. I know I typically read it. I forget to pull it up. So I'm going to start reading it to you now. But Turner, 4 for 4, 2 runs, 1 RBI. I mean, he had a great game offensively, but defensively, man, I'm going to get into that in a minute because he did a few things that just really irritated me. 4 for 4. Harper, 1 for 4. Again, I felt like this was one of those games where he tried to be the hero a little bit. Just trying to swing at everything. And really, I mean, a lot of guys did that tonight. But Harper really takes that to heart to try to be the hero. 1 for 4. Schwarber, 1 for 4, accounted for 1 run here with 1 strikeout. Castellanos, he just did not look great at the plate today. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Realmuto, another one of those instances where he's just not showing that he's worth the extension offensively. Had a couple of opportunities to score runs and to drive people in and just didn't do it tonight. Realmuto 0 for 4 with 1 strikeout. Bohm 1 for 4 with 1 run. He had that sac fly to tie the game, so good for him. 2 strikeouts. Sosa, they didn't love him tonight, apparently. You know who I'm talking about. 0 for 3 with no strikeouts, no walks. Stott came in to pinch hit for him. He took a walk, and he did score, like we were saying earlier. He did score that walk-off run off of the wild pitch. Weston Wilson, 0 for 2 with 1 strikeout. Kepler came in after that to pinch hit. He was 0 for 2 with 1 strikeout. And then Rojas, man. Rojas looked great today. We'll get into him in a second too, but 2 for 3, 2 runs, 2 RBI, 1 strikeout. He had a really big game tonight. But overall, I mean, the offense they kind of died after that 3rd inning. Again, it just seemed like they took the runs, they had the lead, and that was that. They just kind of died down.
Yeah, for sure, man. And it's disappointing because they have so much potential, especially at the plate. They have so much potential. And with the Nationals, I mean, no disrespect to the Nationals, but on paper, we're supposed to blow them out. Like, this should be a sweep, honestly. So yeah, it's disappointing to see the potential failing at the plate. I mean, granted, some of the balls that were hit by Harper and Schwarber and those guys, they were smoked, to be fair. Like, there were some of them that was like 104 off the bat, and it was just unlucky. But yeah, dude, again, just a shaky game in general with the offense.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. But the one guy who was not shaky at all, and I kind of want to give praise to, is Johan Rojas. Offensively, he looks great. 2 for 3 with 2 runs. Had his first home run of the season off Mackenzie Gore, who, in my opinion, for the Nationals is a really, really great pitcher. I mean, you look at how he pitched against us on opening day. He had a crap ton of strikeouts opening day. And maybe the Shadows can be to blame for that, and, that can be an excuse. But even so, I mean, he looked really great opening day against us. So for Rojas to hit such a bomb off of him, is really great. And I'm going to say this. I don't think Marsh should be the starter when he comes back. I really don't. I think that Rojas is your everyday center fielder. And if he can keep hitting like this, he really does have a resume to put out to Rob Thompson to say, hey, I'm honestly better than Marsh and I should be here instead of him. Marsh, before he got injured, just really wasn't doing anything, really wasn't contributing. He had a lot of errors in the outfield. That's one of the reasons why he got injured, was because he made an error. So I really do think Rojas should be playing there instead of Marsh. I will say this, though. There were a couple of plays today that Rojas easily could have gotten the out. And I think both of them came from C.J. Abrams. I know C.J. Abrams had that triple in the third to Rojas, and Rojas just got turned around and didn't catch it. And then, let me see, the other one here. There was one other one that Rojas could not have caught. I can't think of where it was.
I don't remember who hit it, but I know that he came in. He should have stayed back. He tried to make it then he jumped up in the air to snag it.
Yeah,
but it was way over his head then.
Right.
I forget who
And
hit
I
that.
mean, even Kruk and Tom said it was a routine fly out that he just overshot.
Mm-hmm.
So defensively, not the greatest game from him, but offensively, I mean, he made up for it, in my opinion, just with the RBI alone. So I'll give it to him. I do think this was a great career game for him. I do think that, again, if he keeps this up, he has a chance to start over Marsh. Would you agree?
Yeah, well, 100%, dude. I mean, Marsh just this season wasn't connecting at the bat, and defensively, he just wasn't Marsh. And you could blame injuries, you could blame self-confidence, or whatever you want to blame. But yeah, I think Rojas should start every day, dude. And the one thing I'm noticing with Rojas this season is his hands. When he's holding the bat, his hands are really connected. He stays through with the swing. He doesn't let go of the bat. He doesn't take one hand off. He stays and he just lets the bat barrel up the ball. That's what I've noticed with him this season with hitting. So if he continues that, he has a bright future, dude. And the home run off Mackenzie Gore, dude, that was a bomb. That went 414. It was a nuke. So just seeing that from him, that's really great. And just the contact he made this game in general was amazing, and of course he has the speed. But yeah, just other than that, the defense was a little shaky, and you could blame when they were in Chicago and the winds and adjusting to that, and then coming back to Philly and then adjusting to the weather there. So you could play that in as a factor. But yeah, Rojas had a great game overall, dude.
You said 414. I'm going to correct you. It went 421.
It went 420. There you go. Even better. Even better, dude. Even better. That's amazing. Good for Rojas, man. Good for him.
Good for him. But the one guy I kind of want to talk a little trash on tonight, Trea Turner, dude. $300 million. And this is the shit that you do. 2 errors tonight from Trea Turner. I don't know what his issue is. He only got charged with 1 error, but in my mind, it's 2. The first one being that he had a very easy double play. I believe, Gavin, it was when Alvarado was pitching, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it was when Alvarado was pitching, and the whole reason why the bases got loaded was because Trea just can't make a simple double play. The ball was smoked right to him. He caught the ball, forgot to tag second. Then he tried to throw to first and completely missed the throw. So allowed the runner to get onto first. So what the hell are you doing, Trea? Because this is the shit that happens where he causes pitchers to need to work harder than they need to. We saw this shit with Taijuan Walker, where Turner had an error and Walker had to work harder than he needed to. And like Star Wars said here, I mean, he's just a lazy fielder with too many bad habits. I agree with you, Star Wars. Appreciate you tuning in. It's just like he makes too many errors when he doesn't need to. Again, I feel like it was just a very simple double play that could have been turned, and then he had that dumbass throw to Harper at first base where it just flew right over his head. And granted, Harper caught it, and I thought he tagged the runner, but the angle that they showed, I mean, he didn't tag him obviously, but the angle, the first angle they showed, I thought he tagged. The second angle, it was obvious he didn't. But I just like, this is the shit that irritates me as a fan, where you very easily can get out of innings and you're making these dumb errors that, again, cause pitchers to have to work harder than they need to. So I really think that if this continues, and I know Rob Thompson isn't going to do it because we all saw Bohm in the beginning of the season, I think Trea needs to sit. I think you play Sosa or Stott at shortstop, and then whoever you're not playing at shortstop plays second, whether it's Stott or Sosa. But yeah, man, like it irritates me.
Yeah, dude, it's frustrating, especially, his potential and how much money we're paying him. We're paying him a crap ton of money. It's not like a couple mil. It's 300 mil. Is it 320 mil or 300 mil? One of them. So yeah, dude, it's disappointing. I don't know if it's a confidence issue, if he thinks the ball is going to jump, if it's going to take a turn, if it's going to die. I don't know what goes through his mind. But the one throw to Harper at first, brutal. I don't know how you messed that up as a shortstop. I don't know how. And the one to home to JT, thank God JT jumped up and caught it, because it would have been a run, 100%. JT saved a run there. So I don't know what Turner's deal at short is. And again, this is something that happens all the time with Trea. It happened last season also. So I really don't know what he can fix about it, if it's a mental issue, if it's just him not playing the ball well. But yeah, I would like to see Stott at shortstop. I think Stott has the talent. I mean, he is a Gold Glove player, honestly. So I think Stott should play short. He did his rookie year when he came up with us, and he was excellent. And then they moved him to second base because we got Trea. So I honestly think Stott should move to shortstop and move Turner to second, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Again, I can't take much more of these errors like Verified said here. I can't watch this trash anymore, like he said. And even if we do win, it's edge of your seat, gritty, down to the wire, just unnecessary BS that causes us to worry about this team. But next thing I kind of want to talk about, and then we'll wrap it up. Nationals. Thank you for that wild pitch to end the game. Appreciate you guys. I mean, that ninth inning, I think they said that the guy pitching had like a bunch of blown saves, and most of them were against the Phillies. So it's funny to me because I was really expecting to lose this game, especially when Kerkering let up that bomb. I'm so used to the Phillies just laying down and dying lately, instead of being that team that earns the nickname the Fightins. And, I just expected them to come to the plate, try to play hero ball, swing at everything, and luckily they didn't. I mean, Bryson Stott worked a walk, and we got runs, but Nationals, what happened? Yeah,
Really,
we were freaking out, dude.
we were, bro. It was terrifying, dude. I was pacing around. I was like, oh no, it's gonna be one of these games again where the bullpen sells and the bats are gonna go quiet or something's gonna happen. So thank you, Nationals, for blowing the save, and great block by the catcher there. Yeah, good job, dude. Total good block. But
Total good block.
oh, we have Bryson Stott news on his hand.
Go ahead.
So Bryson Stott said he's good. They did some X-rays on his left hand, and there's no damage. So he should be fine. Hopefully, from what they're saying so far, the X-rays are fine. Hand is not damaged, thankfully, because again, the dude stomped on his hand, bro. Like it was not a pretty look.
Bro was just mad that he lost. But I want to
Literally.
pull this up. I want to pull something up, and I want you to look at it with me. Not this tab. Hold on. Let me pull it up here. Beating Philadelphia isn't as hard as Philadelphia say it is. And you know what their record is since this post? It's like 60 to 20 something. So Nationals, what happened? What happened? Like I said here, nice wild pitch, bro. Nice wild pitch. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, I would appreciate it if you drop a follow. Username is right here. It's Shard Slayer with 2 R's. I couldn't get the 1 R. It was already taken, unfortunately. Or you can look up Philly Shardy, either or. I post play-by-plays on Twitter. A lot of my takes are usually bad. It gets people talking, though. Gets people mad. So it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, ever since this tweet, they've lost so many. So I think we own the Nationals now. So
Dude, karma
so that's
sucks.
all I have for you guys tonight. Phillies win 7-6 in a walk-off fashion. I mean, we were kind of due for a walk-off. So just funny though that it came off a wild pitch. But some good news, which I actually forgot to say at the beginning of the show. 2 things. Christopher Sanchez is good for his start tomorrow. They said that he didn't injure anything, that he's good to go. So Christopher Sanchez will be pitching tomorrow. Ranger Suarez is hopefully expected to come back this weekend. I think they said that he's going to get more tests done tomorrow just to verify, but they're hoping to get him back in the rotation or wherever they're putting him this weekend. And then the only other thing that I wanted to say that kind of pissed me off with Rob Thompson, I know I said I was going to talk about him earlier. There was a report that came out, and Gavin and I were talking about this earlier. He misspoke apparently, but what irritates me is how do you misspeak something like this? Everybody's anticipating and waiting for Andrew Painter to make his major league debut. And the reports that came out first were that he was skipping Clearwater and he was going to move up to the Iron Pigs and he was going to pitch with the Iron Pigs. Then 10 minutes later, John Clark comes out and says that Rob Thompson misspoke, that he's not going to the Iron Pigs. He's staying in Clearwater. How do you misspeak that badly?
Yeah, dude, I don't understand how you messed that up because Andrew Painter is our top prospect, dude. Like, you don't just say something like that and then you go, oh, no, my bad. I didn't mean that, because that's a huge jump, dude. Like, Lehigh Valley is AAA. Next level is the Phillies. So that's a huge deal. And him then saying, oh, no, he's staying in Clearwater. I don't know. It makes me question a couple things. If, like, there is going to be a time this month where he does get up to Lehigh Valley. But yeah, dude, Rob is just I don't know how to explain that, man. He's quite the character.
He's definitely quite the character, but looking at the rest of the pitching for this series, the pitching isn't announced for the Diamondbacks yet, so I can't get into that. But tomorrow is another 6:45 start for the Nationals. It is Jake Irvin, right-handed pitcher, 2-0 on the season, 3.19 ERA with 31 strikeouts. And then for us, it's Christopher Sanchez, left-handed pitcher, 2-1 on the season, 3.42 ERA with 33 strikeouts. I will say this about Sanchez. I'm a little bit worried about him starting tomorrow. And the only reason I say that is because last time he went out, he didn't pitch too long. And he complained of arm tightness, arm soreness. And he didn't rehab. I think, Gavin, they skipped one start from him?
Yeah, they skipped one.
Right. And I mean, they said that nothing was wrong. They said that he was fine. But who's to say that couldn't come back? And who's to say it couldn't be something that could build into a serious injury. He didn't rehab it. They said he was fine. So we'll see what happens. I really hope he does go out tomorrow and he's dominant, because we all know how Christopher Sanchez is at home compared to away. He is very dominant at home. But I think that's just one of my concerns with him pitching tomorrow, is just that he does have this lingering tightness, and I worry that it could maybe lead, knock on wood, to Tommy John. But on Thursday, again at 6:45, for the Nationals, it's Brad Lord, right-handed pitcher. He has not been that great for the Nationals. Again, knock on wood. I'm saying that now, and he's going to be a Cy Young pitcher against the Phillies. Just seems like it always happens. 0-3 on the season, 4.67 ERA with 13 strikeouts for the Nationals. And then for the Phillies, I know they changed a couple things just because Sanchez was out. For the Phillies, it's Taijuan Walker. I don't know how to feel about that. Right-handed pitcher, 1-2 on the season, 2.78 ERA with 20 strikeouts. I'm not too excited about Taijuan Walker pitching. We'll see what happens. I mean, he's pitching against the Nationals, so again, knock on wood, it should be somewhat easier for him, hopefully. But we look at the Nationals tonight. I mean, Abrams was just tearing it up against Wheeler. They have Josh Bell, who just kills the Phillies. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, it should be a decent pitching matchup the next two nights. And we'll see what happens. After that, they play the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks have been hot too. So I'm just hoping for some good games and some good series coming up.
Yeah, man. Taijuan Walker back on mound.
I still think that he's a bum. I think he's an absolute bum, and I think the first two starts were a fluke. But
I think Josh Bell is going to go yard against him.
He probably will, because it seems like he always does when we play Josh Bell. So we'll see what happens. But Gavin, appreciate you hopping on again. If you guys don't follow Gavin on Twitter, it's GSweens09 on Twitter. So make sure you drop him a follow. Gavin does all these breakdowns, post the lineup, post game reactions. That's a tongue twister. Post pregame reactions, live updates, news, everything you could need from the Phillies. Gavin posts it. So make sure you drop him a follow. But with that, that's all we have for you guys tonight. Phillies win again, walk-off fashion, 7-6. And we will see you guys back here tomorrow. Everybody have a good night.
The Fightins.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone. It is gone. It is Bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe. Go follow.